Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be giving you a complete end-to-end walkthrough of the PixelsHR platform. We'll start right from creating a company account, choosing a subscription, and then moving step by step through company setup tasks, projects, employee onboarding, employee portal, and document management, leave management, and finally timesheets and approvals. This video is designed to be a full training guide, so whether you are an admin, HR professional, or business owner, you will understand how to use PixelsHR from start to finish. Let's get started. Let's begin with company creation and subscription. First, open your browser and go to the PixelsHR website, pixelshr.co.uk. From the home page, click on the login and then select sign up. You will now be taken to the registration page. Here, carefully fill in your company details and personal information. Once you have reviewed everything, check the box for I am not a robot and click on sign up. Now you will receive an email from the PixelsHR support team to say they are delighted to inform you that your company has been successfully created. To proceed, click the link inside that email. This is crucial for setting up your permanent password, which will be assigned to your specific company. Enter and confirm your new password here. Once done, select confirm password and log in. Now log in with the new credentials you just set up. You should arrive at the Welcome to PixelsHR page. Click on your company profile to enter into the system. On your first login, the system will immediately ask you to update your mandatory company details. Look for any field with a red star. This includes your company registration number, the type of the company, and your address. And then select update. In order to gain full access to our services, you must purchase a package. Scroll down and you will see our 3 pricing plans: the standard, the professional, and the enterprise plan. Be sure to choose the plan that best fits your company's requirement and size. If you have exactly 5 employees, which is a minimum, you can select subscribe right away. If in case you have more than 5 employees, select the drop down and choose 6+ and subscribe. And over here you have to set the exact number of employees you have and update. Now you can see the pricing has adjusted to match your team size. And complete the payment with the relevant information and finally select pay and subscribe. Once payment is successful, your account becomes fully active and you now have full access to the platform. That completes the company creation and subscription process. Now that your account is active, the next step is company setup tasks. This is very important stage because these settings define how the platform behaves for your organization. From the dashboard, navigate to the Proceed Now. Here you will see a list of setup categories that need to be reviewed. Some settings are marked as review required. These settings must be checked and confirmed before you can proceed. Click into each category one by one and review the default values carefully. If the default settings matches your business requirements, simply confirm it. If not, you have full control to edit, delete, or create new values. Repeat this process for every section marked as review required. First, let's look at leave settings. Here, you will configure your annual leave allowances, like leave type and leave reasons. Next, we have employment types. This is to define how you classify your staff, whether they are full-time, part-time, or fixed-term contractors. Again, back to the settings. Ethnicities. This tab is to ensure your diversity and inclusion report. Once you have reviewed it, kindly confirm by clicking on Yes. And again back to settings and termination reasons. In this page, you can view the termination types and reasons. If this aligns with your business, kindly confirm it. And again back to settings. And the next one is employee working limitations. This is where you define standard hours like a 40-hour work week to stay compliant with the labor laws. In this also you have full control to do the edits or delete the record or to even create new one. If this aligns with your business, kindly confirm by clicking Yes. Again back to settings and clock in activity type. Like for daily tracking, use clock in activity types to set up break categories like lunch, tea breaks. Now, if this aligns, kindly save your progress by selecting Yes. Again back to settings, company teams. Here you can organize your company teams. You can create this manually by selecting Create New. Or you can save time by using our copy teams from industry. And select your industry and get the teams copied. And the next one is employee level. This is to establish your hierarchy in employee levels, like ranging from entry level roles to top management. And next, work departments is also work same as your company teams. You can create your manual records by selecting Create New. If not, you can fetch the departments by using our copy departments from industry function. Once you reviewed it, kindly select S. And the next one is work locations. Here we record our physical or remote work locations by selecting create new. And the next one is national holidays. From here you can check your national holidays, and if this aligns with your business requirements, you can proceed with yes. If not, you can do the actions like edit, delete, and create your new national holiday. After you've been reviewed this, kindly select S. And visa categories. If you manage international staff, review visa categories to track eligibility for types like skilled visa and everything over here. Once this aligns with your business, kindly select S and save your progress. Repeat this process for every setting which marked as review required. Once you finished the list, your account is fully configured and ready to manage your team with PixelsHR. Next, let's move on to the projects. From the left-hand menu, navigate to Project section. Before creating a project, let's quickly cover Vendors and Client section. If your organization works with external stakeholders, select Add New and enter their basic details over here. And check the box to specify whether they are a client or a vendor, and fill in their address and contact details and then hit submit. Now let's create project. Please navigate to projects, then click add new project. Here you'll need to enter a unique project code, project name, and set the status and the timeline too. You will notice an option called allocate project to all employees. If you enable this option, any employee you onboard in the future will be automatically assigned to this project. If you leave it unchecked, the project will remain private and you can manually assign it to your employees later. At the bottom of the page, you will see the update client details option. If a client is involved in this project, enable this to link their information. If your projects are internal, you can safely skip this step and just hit submit to create your project. Click on the project name to enter into the project details page. From here, you can upload the important project documents and set the milestone targets. And from here, allocated employees, you can handpick specific team member or employee for this particular project. and monitor tasks, unbillable rates, and employee activity in real time. Now, let's talk about employee onboarding. From the left hand menu, go to Employee Hub, select Manage Employees. To add your employee, click Invite Employee button and start by filling the relevant details like their personal information, contact details, and this is where you'll define the job title, department, and most importantly, the system access permissions. And finally, you'll fill out their compensation details over here and select Save and Continue. And next, we'll configure the employee's work schedule by setting their start and end times. On specific days, they will be working. And we have an option to choose whether breaks are allowed or not. This ensures your records are accurate right from day one. Once everything looks good, select Save and generate timesheets. Now let's look at what employee sees. They will receive an automated welcome email from PixelsHR support team. All they need to do is click this link. This instantly verifies your email address and gets the activation process started. Right after verification, employee will receive 2 additional emails. The one contains their official system access email address, and the second one provides the secure temporary password. Now they are ready to log in into the system using these credentials. As soon as they're logged in into the portal, they need to head straight to change password option. This is mandatory for security purposes. So now go ahead and update your temporary password to a new one. And then select change password. The employee can click on Home on the left hand side to access the dashboard. And now they have full access to their employee portal. This is a reminder to update your personal details in the profile section for our HR records. To begin this process, simply navigate to the left hand menu and select Profile. Once you are on the profile page, scroll down and select Submit Details and then click Fill Now. Now carefully enter all the required information into the fields provided. Please ensure all details are accurate. When you have finished the process, click the Final Submit button This action sends your updated profile directly to your profile manager or HR manager for their review and final approval. Once the submission is completed, a note will appear on the bottom of the page, letting you know the update is completed. Now we are going to take a detailed look at Employee Hub in PixelsHR. This is where admins manage employee records and where employees maintain their own personal and work-related information. First, log into your PixelsHR admin account. Once you sign in, you will land on the main dashboard. From there, head over to Employee Hub and select Manage Employees. This is where all employees' records are stored and managed after being onboarded into the system. Here you will see a list of employees. You can scroll through it or use the search option to find the employee whose details you want to update. Once you locate the employee, click on the edit icon. This will open the employee's profile. Here you will see basic personal details such as employee name, contact information, and their employment details. If you want to update any information, simply navigate to the relevant section and click Edit. Make sure to review each field carefully and update only the necessary details. As you scroll down, you will see dedicated sections for their approvals, bank details, contact information, and even a section to manage login details. That covers the edit profile section. Next, we'll head over to the employee management to look at how employee records are managed in more detail. At the top, you will find a quick summary of the employee. Just below that, you will notice multiple tabs. These tabs organize employee data into structured sections. Let's begin with additional info section. This is where the sensitive information of employee is stored. And the next one is projects and timesheet. Under this section, you can view the employee's project allocations, as well as timesheet related information. And the next one is documents. This tab is used to store employee specific documents. This may include uploaded files related to identification, compliance, and employment records. From this section, HR or admin users can also raise the document request to employee by using request new document option. All documents and document requests are stored within the employee profile. Next, leaves section. This tab allows you to view and manage employees' leave records, including leave balances and leave history. Next comes Tasks and checklist are commonly used during onboarding or internal process, ensuring that all required employee steps are completed. The next one is visa details. This is where we store relevant visa details. And this tab is where salary related details are managed. That covers the Employee Hub and Employee Profile Management in PixelsHR. Now we'll move on to the document management, where you will see how the documents are requested, uploaded, reviewed, and approved within the system. Let's take a closer look. To request documents from employees, navigate to Dashboard and select Employee Hub, and then click Manage Employees. Now locate the employee you want to request documents from, and then select Employee Management. Go to the Documents tab and click Request New Document. It allows you to give details like document type, document title, and set a specific due date to ensure you stay compliant. You will then set the status to requested and choose if it's an internal or compliance document. When you're dealing with documents like passports and sponsorship certificates, make sure to check the box. This allows the system to monitor these files specifically, which is important for documents that have an expiration date. If you already have the document on your computer and want to upload it yourself, you can do that too. Just select Update Employee Documents and add the attachment manually. Simply input the expiry date and check the box whether it's document verified or not, and then hit submit. And we have another method which is perfect for new hires. If you want a document to be requested automatically as soon as an employee is onboarded, head over to the settings and scroll down to document requests. By setting up this, it becomes one of the tasks your employee sees when they log into their portal. Now let's switch to the employee's perspective. Once the employee logs into their employee portal, they need to navigate to the My HR Hub. From there, select My Documents. In this section, the employee will see a list of all documents that have been requested by HR or management. To submit a document, simply click Update button. Read the document description and add the file as an attachment, and click Update again. Now the document status will show as under review. This means it has been uploaded and sent to your HR manager. They will review it and verify the document. Once approved, the status will change to active. If you need to upload a document that hasn't been requested, select Add new documents in the top right corner. Fill out the details by selecting document type, document title, and add the file as an attachment and click submit. Just like the requested documents, your HR manager will verify it and approve the submission. Now let's switch back to the HR or admin view. Go ahead and log in as admin. When an employee uploads a document, HR managers or admin can verify it by navigating to Documents Review under Employee Hub. Here you can view the file to make sure it meets your business standards. If everything looks good, input the expiry date, check the verified box, and hit submit. The document status will now change to active. This brings to the end of document management in PixelsHR. Next, we'll move on to the leave management. Managing leave accurately is essential for workforce planning, payroll accuracy, and employee satisfaction. So, in this section, we'll look at how leaves is set up, how employees apply for leave, and how managers review and approve those. From the dashboard, navigate to Settings and then select Leave Settings. Here you will see the default leave policies that come within the system. You can review these policies and customize them based on your company requirements. This includes defining different leave types such as annual leave, sick leave, or unpaid leave, and setting whether leave is paid or unpaid. Configure leave balances. Once the leave policies are configured, save the changes. You can also add custom leave reasons, overtime leave types if needed. Now, these settings will now apply across the organization. Now go to the Employee Hub, select Manage Employees, and then Employee Management of any employee, and then click Leaves. From here, select Add New Leave Allowance, select the leave type and allowance, and set the date range. And check the Allow Leave Booking box and hit Submit. Now your employees are ready to start booking. There are two ways to handle leave requests. The first is through admin account. If you are booking on behalf of any employee, stay in the leave section and select Apply for Leave. You will just need to fill in the essential details like leave type, start and end dates, and the reason. You can also assign a supervisor to be notified and even note down who will be working or covering their work while they're away. The second way is to let your employees self-serve. Let's switch to the employee's perspective. When an employee wants to apply for leave, they log into their PixelsHR employee account. Look at the sidebar on the left hand side and click on My HR Hub and select Personal Leave Bookings. This dashboard is your go-to spot for everything related to your leaves. Right at the top, you can track the status of your requests, whether they are pending or approved or rejected. To find live leave balance, select Leave Balance over here. And this is where you can find your national holidays. To book the leave, please select Apply for Leave. Now, fill in the essential details like leave type, dates, and the reason, and assign a supervisor. If you're not taking a full day leave, you can use the drop down menu over here to select a half day for either the morning or the evening. Once you're ready, hit apply. After you submit it, your request will immediately appear in your pending approvals list. Your HR manager will receive a notification to review it, and you will be notified as soon as they have made a decision. To manage these requests, head over to admin account. And select Leave Management and then Leave Approvals. Any leave waiting for your attention will appear here under the pending approval list. To process a request, simply click the blue action button. This opens the request details window where you can see the specific dates and reasons. Then simply hit approve to finalize it or decline if the dates don't work. Once you click approve, the system automatically notifies the employee. Depends on the action taken, the record moves from pending list to approved or rejected tabs. And finally, the leave calendar. This is your source to view your team availability. Every approved leave is automatically plotted here, showing you exactly who is out and when. This concludes the leave management. The next critical part of workforce management is time management. It ensures that employees' working hours are tracked accurately, approved correctly, and made ready for payroll. Now, we'll start with timesheet entries from employee side and then moving on to timesheet review and approval. To begin with, log in to your employee portal. On the left hand sidebar, select My Time Management and then click Timesheet Entry. This will pull up all the timesheets that have been generated for you. Simply click on the specific week you need to complete. Now select project, then task and task name, and then click add. This will create a dedicated row to input the number of hours you worked for each day of the week. Make sure your manually entered hours match the total hours calculated by the system for that week. If you aren't finished with your week yet, you can click Save and Complete later to store your progress. However, if your timesheet is ready, click Submit. Submit. A final window will appear where you must confirm the total number of hours declared and add any relevant comments for your manager and then hit Submit Timesheet to finalize the process. Once submitted, you will want to keep an eye on its progress. Head back to the menu and click Timesheet List. This shows every timesheet you have created along with its current status, whether it's submitted or approved. If you are looking for a specific entry, use the search field to filter by status. This is the fastest way to see if a particular entry has approved or not. Just click on the timesheet ID to view all the details and comments associated with that entry. Once your team has submitted their timesheets, it's time to review and finalize them. To begin that process, log in as a company administrator or designated timesheet approver. On the left-hand menu, head to Time Management and select Timesheets. By default, you will be taken to the Pending Approval tab. Here you will see a list of all submitted timesheets waiting for your review. You can use the search bar to find specific employee or simply select from the list displayed. When you select a timesheet, you will see a day-by-day breakdown. You can see their start time, end time, and allocated versus actual hours. Keep an eye out for warning messages at the top of the screen. If any employee took leave during that week, the system will flag it here under the employee details. If you notice a mistake, you don't have to send it back immediately. You can use the edit button on the right hand side. Once the review is complete, select Approve or Decline. If you are rejecting a timesheet, be sure to add a note in the comments box or finalize an approved one. If you don't see the approve or decline options, check for a validation message. It will be displayed over here. These options are only available if the employee profile and compensation and bank details are fully provided in the system. If any of those are missing, you will see a message telling you exactly what needs to be updated first. If you need to enter the timesheet entries on behalf of your employee, navigate to timesheet entry. Over here, simply select the specific employee. And the relevant week to manually upload the timesheet entry. For a complete historical record, head over to Timesheets tab. Here you can use the search field to filter by a specific employee to pull up their full history instantly. In approved section, you can find the history of all timesheets that have been finalized. You can change the status by clicking this action button. By selecting this, the status reverts and the employee is automatically notified. To stay on top of unsubmitted timesheets, use the Not Submitted tab. Simply filter by employee and week you need to check. You can select employee using the checkboxes next to their name. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click Send Email to trigger an automatic notification reminding them to complete the timesheet. This brings us to the end of this complete PixelsHR walkthrough. We have covered the entire employee lifecycle, starting from company setup and configuration, moving through employee onboarding and profile management, document handling and compliance, leave management, and finally time management and timesheets. By now, you should have a clear understanding of how all these modules work together inside PixelsHR to support your day-to-day HR operations. If you are new to the platform, I recommend taking some time to explore each section at your own pace and applying what we have covered in this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.